gangstas. I hope you guys are doing well. Also, shout out and a thank you to those of you who showed up at my tarot pop-up. That was very cool, very exciting, and my future pop-ups I will be posting on my YouTube channel. I just needed a feel for it, right? I needed to get into the groove of the tarot pop-up. So, yeah, so those of you in the area, in whatever area I'm doing it in, will be able to join me, right? So, it is the new moon in Cancer. And Cancer is all about emotions, intuition, introspection. Also, Cancer has this strength, right? This powerful emotional strength and emotional intelligence that I feel like we don't talk enough about. And so I feel that right now this new cycle has a lot to do with using our intuition and our emotional intelligence to really navigate this new cycle. So let's see, who are you and what do you need to hear? The Galactic Federation, collaborations, meeting, and community. So, I love this energy, right? If you notice, they're all coming from different walks of life, but they all have a similar mission, right? They're all there working together. So, let's see what this means for you. You could be connecting with your soul tribe. You could be connecting with people who are going to help you to accomplish, like, a collective mission, if you will. Having a common goal. Sometimes we have seasons where we need isolation. Sometimes we have seasons where we need other people, right? Where we need to brainstorm with other people. We need to work with other people. We need to, you know, get on board for a common cause or goal. So let's see what this is for you. The Sun, Leo energy. I love this because this is also getting in touch with your inner child or tapping into the things that you had a vision for your future about as a child, right? And so also in the Sun, like in the traditional Rider-Waite deck and most other decks, you see that it's somebody helping you over a wall. It's other people kind of helping you to come to a place of emotional, financial, mental abundance, right? It's about people helping you to realize or bring to fruition that which is inside of you, right? So, what else do you need to know about this? Then we have the Moon, Pisces energy. Very interesting energy because both of these cards represent illumination, right? Illumination on your path, realizing that which needs to be realized. The moon could represent something coming up to the surface, right? Something hidden coming to light. And so if your skills, your talents or something have been hidden, it's time to put them into the spotlight. It's time to really grow that. I feel that there's a strong sense of purpose here with you, and it sometimes requires coming together with others. If you notice in the moon card, they are not alone, right? And so I feel that this is like collaborating with people, bringing something to light, bringing a project to light. Maybe coming out and being like, this is it. This is the purpose. Now it's time to come, instead of working in the shadows or working under or behind the scenes, now it's time to really come out from behind the scenes and into your light, right? Okay, so we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. You have a lot of major arcana showing up. This is a very life-altering experience for you. This is a lot coming together. And I see the sun overhead of this Temperance card, right? And the lunar cycle right here. There's a lot of sun and moon energy showing up for you. A lot of that yin and yang, light and dark, integrating the shadow, and getting in touch with the higher self simultaneously, right? Temperance represents patience, right? It's understanding that all good things can only really happen in the right time, because time is really the ruler of all things that occur, right? If I were to say what God is really in control of all this shit, time, right? And so it's trusting that, trusting the time, and trusting that if you work hard, you get paid well, right? And so whatever it is that you're working towards, it's time to really get paid well, right? It's time for that payout. We have 3 Pentacles here. This is working with others, weaving abundance together, right? Flowers and tarot represent abundance, and the braid represents weaving together, right? So you're weaving together abundance together. And this is really showing cause and effect. If you work for something, even if you meet failures, obstacles, challenges along the way, success is inevitable if you continue to persist and persevere. 6 of Swords in reverse. This is not walking away from the process, right? Even if you do meet challenges, even if things do feel a little like rocky at times, this is being patient and understanding this is part of the process. Anybody who has become very successful in life will tell you that oftentimes the first step to success is the first step to success is failure, right? We have to fail at things in order to succeed at things. We have to be challenged at things. Otherwise, like, it wouldn't make your story so good, if that makes sense. And that's one thing I've learned about the Divine Comedy here is the universe loves a good hero story, right? Think about Hercules. Hercules, there's no way he could go back to Olympus if he didn't fight Cerberus, if he didn't carry the heavens for Atlas, if he didn't go through the challenges and the obstacles and he had to persist, he had to persevere. Even when there was a time where Atlas was like, you're stuck with that job, I am not coming back to help you, hell no. And Hercules was like, how am I ever going to complete my mission if I'm stuck here holding up the heavens so that the humans don't get squished, you know? And so there were times where he was like, fuck, I'm like literally stuck here. And Atlas is running rampant, doing his bullshit. But then Atlas, you know, like, I mean, Hercules did kind of trick him a little bit, but Atlas did come back and he did hold up the heavens. And one thing that Hercules did for him was he built pillars so that Atlas wouldn't have to hold up the heavens himself, right? He built these pillars so that, you know, and that took collaboration. It took working with others. And if you notice, in any situation with Hercules, he always had, oh my gosh, why is Perseus coming to mind? His brother Perseus. Oh, that's why. That's why it's coming to mind. Let me go back to another story from Clash of the Titans. I remember this quote where Perseus was talking to Zeus, and he's like, why do you guys need my help? Like, I'm a demigod. I'm part human. Like, how could I possibly help you guys in defeating the Titans? And Zeus looked at him, and he said, you're not weaker because you're half human. You're stronger because you're half human. Right? That is your advantage over the gods, that you are half human. And so that's really coming strong. But that wasn't what I was going to say originally. That when Hercules, anytime he was about to fight, he had his... Oh my gosh, why is his name eluding me right now? The horse with the wings. Also starts with a P, I think. It's Pegasus. Oh my gosh. Pegasus, Perseus. But you know, he had Pegasus with him during every challenge, right? That was Zeus's gift to Hercules, that he would never be alone in his challenges, that he would always have Pegasus there to help him, to have his back, to, you know, pick him up when he's falling. And so I feel that that is the importance of understanding your soul tribe. Like, they're there to help you, to have your back. You know, don't turn your back on those that are really trying to help you to reach your next level, to get through your challenges, to get to where you're meant to get to, right? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune favors the bold. And you see this lunar cycle around. And so I feel that, you know, like, there are ups and downs. She's on all sides of the wheel, right? And it shows, you know, when the wheel turns, all the different phases that it feels like, you know? And so there may be times where you feel on top. There may be times where you feel like you're falling. There may be times where you feel like you're at the bottom. And then there are times where you feel lifted up. And so you're going to go through your own seasons, your own changes. Kind of like the lunar cycle, right? And what's funny about the lunar cycle is that even when we're looking at the fullest moon, we're only looking at half of it, you know? And so there's always going to be darkness in the moon. In the same way that when it's sunny on Earth, the moon is looking at us, that's when the moon is looking at a full Earth, right? But it's really only half, if that makes sense. Because it can only see the light side of the Earth, in the same way that we can only really see the light side of the moon. And we know that the dark side exists. And it's true for you as well, right? It's true for all of us. We all have darkness within us. We all have a dark side, right? As well as a light side. And integrating both and having both sides of yourself working together for a common cause is also important to your journey. You can't negate shadow work if you want to be a light worker. Alright? It is important to understand all sides of you are important. Because if you can't love the parts of you that are the hardest to love, you can never let go of your judgment to help anybody else, right? You have to stop judging yourself. You have to stop being hard on yourself, and you have to see the sides of you that are the hardest to love as still lovable and still worthy, right? That is integration of the shadow. You don't kill the ego because you'd kill yourself. Instead, you learn to love the ego and mature it with yourself. I mean, don't let it like take over and run rampant, obviously. Just like you don't want to be all light and love all the time, because that's equally toxic, right? Then you shut down people that need your help because, oh, they're feeling negative one day, or and it's like, no, you have to recognize they're gonna feel that way, and they're still worthy of love, and they're still worthy of help. If it comes to a point where they're a toxic person in your life, and no amount of help can help them, they don't want help, they just need pity and wallowing, then walk away, when the right time is right. But if, for example, somebody is going through a hard time, like they just lost a parent, or they're going through challenges, we don't consider them negative people because they're going through a hardship, right? And if we're all light and love, we're like, oh no, that's gonna kill my vibes, bro. Can't help you. I can't be around you. And so that actually stops your ability from being an effective light worker, because you're supposed to be able to reach out into the darkness and bring light, not shield yourself from the darkness. The light is not afraid of dark. They work together. Yeah, and like I said, with those toxic individuals, I do see you bringing an end to certain cycles. I'm seeing the world card, right? We have the world with the sun and the moon. This is alignment, right? This is the energy of alignment coming together. With the world coming out, there is a cycle that needs to come to an end, and this is with people who are kind of blessing blockers, right? People who take from you, right? Without really adding to your life, right? Without adding any kind of joy or happiness or anything, People who take advantage of you. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this is people who don't sow their own seeds, so they try to harvest everybody else's harvest, right? These are gold diggers. These are manipulators. These are narcissists. These are sociopaths. These are, with the Emperor in reverse, these are people who don't want to get better, right? They want to stay in the bad side of their ego, right? They don't want to grow as a person because they're benefiting from your growth, right? Why should they get better when they can just leech off of you being better, right? And so yeah, I'm seeing that you're getting to a point where you're just closing them out, cutting ties with people that are really not good, using your discernment, and really giving your time and energy to those that want to grow with you, right? Those that want to see you succeed, those that don't want to leech off of you. They want, they don't want to take all your fish. They want to go fishing with you, right? Yeah, there's definitely somebody who's trying to inhibit you. With the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. This is somebody who doesn't want to see you do better than them at the same time. They want to take all that you gain, but they don't want to see you do better than them. They don't want to see you outgrow them. Very narcissistic. With the Fool in reverse, Uranus energy, Aries energy, and Aquarius, right? But seeing the Emperor in reverse with the Ace of Wands in reverse could be dealing with a very toxic Aries. Not doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Just saying, it's a lot of Aries energy. And with the Fool in reverse, this is like not being foolish. Don't make decisions that are going to set you back. Don't hang out with people that are going to set you back and put you into a headspace that you were in before you started growing and evolving and enlightening yourself. You know? Don't cast pearls to swine. You know? Only be there for the ones that really want to be on a path with you. A good path, right? Yeah, we have 10 of Wands. It's time to release that. This is also 10s represent the ending of a cycle, right? Coming to completion with that World card as well. But this is also letting go of that which holds you back, that which keeps you stuck in loops, that which doesn't let you go further, right? It inhibits your progress. So you have to really release that. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes these are people and situations that we love the most, right? But for example, if you have a friend group and they always meet at a specific bar and you notice that every time you hang out with them you just feel more broke or more down, you feel like, you know, there's not really a lot of progress with these people. These are not the ones you're meant to collaborate with, right? These are the ones you gotta let go of. If I notice too in my own life that when I'm with the right people, I catch a lot of random blessings, right? When I'm on the right path, I see a lot more angel numbers. I have a lot more luck, if you will. I don't believe in luck, but that's what it feels like, because you're with the right people, you're doing the right things, and then the universe is rewarding you for that, right? When you're not, when you're diverting from your path, when you're kind of like, hanging out with the wrong crowds, doing the wrong stuff, you're going to notice that. You're going to feel a lot more broke, a lot more depressed, a lot more miserable. You're going to feel like, you're being held back in some ways. And that's the universe telling you, I have to make you uncomfortable so that you'll fucking move, so that you'll do something. You'll get out of this situation. With the Hanged Muse in reverse, I do see that these obstacles are falling away, right? The things that hold you up are falling away, and it's time to stand on your own 2 feet and to release that which does not belong in your life. All right, let's see if there's any more messages for you. Apparently there's a lot of air energy showing up. We have 7 of Swords. Somebody trying to get away with shit. Alright, this is sneaky, shady energy. This is lying, cheating, stealing, manipulative energy. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, I see that you're releasing that, right? You're recognizing and releasing. You see the jealousy. You see the spite. You see the little backhanded comments. You notice their behaviors. You notice when they're not clapping for you when you're succeeding, and that they're only really there for you when you're miserable, right? You start noticing people who just want to see you held back, that only really want to be a part of your life when you're not at your best. And I see you releasing these people, right? With the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy, with all this air. Could be dealing with a Gemini. I do see a separation, right? This could be a lover. This could be friends. This could be a job. You know, this is making big decisions, right? Life altering decisions. Like I said, there's a lot of major arcana on the table here, which tells me that you are, like, everything that life has been up till this point is not the way that your life is going to go after this, right? You are releasing that which does not fit, and life as you know it is not going to be your life anymore. With the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy, I see you coming out of your shell, leaving your comfort zone, right? Doing something that may feel uncomfortable. Really trusting the process, trusting the way, right? We have Knight of Swords. Taking action. There's Pegasus, right? There's fucking Pegasus. Like I said, Pegasus shows up when you need it. And right now, I feel that there could be a divine intervention where some people's intentions, their ways of being are coming to light, and you're really recognizing that, and you're cutting that shit off with the Queen of Swords. You may be seen as cold and callous, but you see that wing around you? That's divine protection, right? That's divine protection. You're being guided away from that which is sent to harm you, right? To harm your process, to harm your progress. So, yeah, we have Eight of Pentacles. This is focusing on work, focusing on your sense of purpose, focusing on the things that bring abundance into your life. Like I said, flowers represent abundance. So you're focusing on that. And because when we're focused more on the gains than the losses, we get more gains. You know? When we focus more on the losses than the gains, we get more losses. So keep your eye on the work, not even the prize. You know, don't even focus on the prize. Don't even focus on the outcome. Focus on the work that's going to bring about the best case scenario. All right? Alright, I dropped one. Alright. Three of Wands. I see waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for the tide to turn, waiting for things to get better. And what I like about waiting is expecting, right? You know things are going to get better. This goes with the law of assumption, right? This is knowing things are going to get better and trusting the process, right? With Temperance, this is being patient and understanding that things have to happen a certain way. With the Page of Cups in reverse, I see having a change of heart towards certain individuals, right? With the Lovers in reverse, you know, it's definitely that which you're severing. And you're looking at people in a new light. You're discerning them differently. You're feeling their intentions. You're feeling their energy more. With the Empress, I see you really stepping into your power, feeling empowered. This is birthing projects and creativity. This is bringing things to life, right? Really embodying the fullness of who you are and what it is you want to create. With the Six of Pentacles, this is collaborations, right? Going back to that first card, this is people who are equally yoked. These are people who want to help you, right, along the way, who want to build abundance with you, not take from you. And so I feel that you're falling into alignment with people who are equally yoked. With the Four of Wands, building relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic, building these relationships on strong foundations, right? This could also be entering into contracts, agreements, those kinds of things. So I do see this collaborative energy to build a strong foundation, right? And oftentimes the strongest foundation starts with a single stone, right? So take that as it resonates. With the Four of Swords, this is giving yourself proper rest, self-care, self-love, loving even the parts of yourself that are the hardest to love, right? Because you're worthy of that. And that is really letting some things sort themselves out, right? You don't have to be in control of everything that happens. You don't have to be the one that makes everything happen. Sometimes you can just sit back, let people fall on their swords, you know, all that. It's funny, my son told me earlier, he was like, some fires are meant to burn. I forgot what the context was, but that hit. Some fires are meant to burn, right? So instead of trying to put out other people's fires, instead of trying to rescue them from the consequences of their own actions, some fires are meant to burn, you know? So let that happen, you know? Let that happen. Sit back and focus on yourself, your work, and what you can do to better yourself and your situation. And then other people will follow suit a lot of the times, and if they don't, they're going to fade off and they're going to stay stuck where they want to be, right? Because everything boils down to choice. You want to be better, you want to do better, you'll do everything in your power to make that happen, you know? If people don't want to do better, if they want to stay stuck, they'll do everything in their power to make that happen. So, you know, stick with those that are equally yoked, who have the same growth mindset, the ones that want to do better for themselves. All right, let's see what Kali has to say. And I'm not saying that it won't be challenging. I am saying that the outcomes will make every challenge worth it. All right? Just trust the process. Trust where you're headed. If your intentions are good, you're working hard, you're staying on track, there's no reason you should fail. And should you meet obstacles, should you meet little failures, keep fucking going, right? Keep going. Don't let that hold you back. Don't let that stop you, right? I think J.K. Rowling, her Harry Potter books were denied by like 7 publishers before she actually found the publisher that published her books, right? And now, like, that's a legacy, right? People know Harry Potter. Even if you don't know Harry Potter, you know Harry Potter, right? Even if you've never read the books, you never watched the movies, you know of it. You know a bit about it, right? And to think, if she gave up after the first publisher denied her, where would she be? If she gave up after the 6th publisher denied her, where would she be? If she gave up after the 7th, where would she be? She realized there's way more publishers. Somebody is going to read these stories and they're going to connect with it. The right people, right? So that's where persistence is key. You know, and the same could be true with love, all right? You fail at love with one lover, okay. Does that mean you give up and you're like, I'm unlovable, this means, you know, da-da-da? No, it means that was the wrong one. Unless, you know, there are some people who have a very specific path that requires solitude, right? Myself included in that. But it's not because I give up on love, it's because I'm redirecting my love to a more humanitarian purpose rather than a one-on-one romantic purpose, you know? So it's different. but, you know, it's like if you have a dream in your heart, don't give that up, right? If you have a story in your soul that needs to be said, don't give that up. Challenges are going to happen. Roadblocks happen, but that doesn't mean that the dream needs to die with every roadblock that shows up. Because fortune favors the bold. Debbie McCauley, no matter what you've done, no matter how many mistakes you've made, Kali is here for you always. Yours is the safety and sanctuary of her divine love. She is your soft place to fall, and your kindest and most enthusiastic advocate. Let her shift your experience from endless tasks and ever greater expectations into sweet relief and comforting connection. Chamunda, knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Chamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline required to conquer a difficult situation. Chamunda is the power to accomplish what you need and desire. She is with you now. Her presence now portends a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. Vajrakali. There's not always a need to try to grapple and conquer. Sometimes the need is simply to let go. Just because another has created a certain reality for themselves and is attempting to draw you in, it does not mean that you must participate. You have the divinely granted gift of choosing where to invest your energy. Be kind to yourself. And that is what I have for you. Namaste. I love you all, and I will see you later.